right in the face, swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride, I do a giggle while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes, the pussy is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up like a surprise, let's roll bait, I wear a disguise. I want you to park that big black truck right in this little garage. Make it cream, make me scream, out in public, make a scene. Why I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I've got this ring. Gobble me, swallow me, quick down inside of me, quick chop, pop, fork, just to get inside of me. Tell him what to put in, never tell him what to buy to be. I run down on him for a half, baby, run to me. Talk your shit, bite your lip, ask for a car, while ride that dick. You really ain't never gonna fucking for a thing. You already been signed up for a game. Now get your boots and the coat for this wet ass pussy. You bought the phone just for pictures of this wet ass pussy. Pay my tuition just to kiss me, I'm this wet ass pussy. Now make it rain if you wanna see some wet ass pussy. Look, I need a hard hit, I need a deep stroke, I need a heady drink, I need a weed smoke.
Well, we hope you've got some wet ass pussy. If you've decided to tune into this shit show tonight, please make sure you have your bucket and a mop handy. And I'm joined today by Chief Running Bowels. How you doing today, a.k.a. Steve Wolf?
How, pale face? Me thankful for a big heap'em good firewater.
Hey, how did you know I was going for an Indian gimmick today? Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, you mentioned if I had a costume, and I was like, I don't, but I was like, well, I know for sure he'll have a pale face, so I'll be the Indian, and so,
Yeah, I'm not going to go the opposite way. I'm too early in my streaming career to get canceled, so.
Not me.
Yeah, you're closing in on your 100 subscribers, and then you got to pull the plug unless you do a gimmick change. Because like right now, it's like in wrestling, John Cena is like he has announced he's going to be retiring. I mean, that's almost like a year in the making, but it is wrestling, so it's not like he's like obligated by law to actually retire. So I'm just gonna say if it turns out to be one big old work, then I don't see why you should pull the plug on your career.
Well, let's see, how many times did Roddy Piper have a final match, and excuse me, how many times did Ric Flair have a final match? I mean, if John Cena can keep going, why not?
Why not? Or he might just be like one of the most sensible people on the planet and just go, you know what? I'm worth about $100 million, and I can still walk normal. I still look fairly young. Maybe I should just retire and be a rich motherfucker that's just really rich.
Well, if you want to open a can of worms, and sometimes I know you do, there is a criminal aspect to wrestling, right? Would you agree to that?
Yeah.
Right, whether it's selling them drugs or steroids or pimping out women, a la our good buddy Vince. Mm-hmm. There's lots of weird criminal aspects going back to the roots of wrestling 100 odd years ago. I'm of the mind that when they get somebody in their midst that they can control, like fully control them, make them work until they're dead, milk them for every last dollar. If you could blackmail John Cena, if you have like control over things that he needs or wants in life, I'm not saying that they do, but there have been some wrestlers in the past that it's questionable how long they keep going and why and who benefits from that, right? So.
Oh, cool. I see the chat. Kitty Cat Engine, that's me. Kipcast! Kip is here. Hardbody. Hardbody Harris is a good example. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He was a full-blown pimp. He was basically a job guy in WCW, but he joined a more stable career of pimping out women after his lucrative WCW jobbing career came out. Pat Patterson, I think that's more in the rumor and innuendo. I don't think he ever was convicted of anything.
Who was the guy that was playing around with the Madison Square Garden Ring Boys?
That was a black announcer. He's like a ring announcer, and they've scrubbed him pretty good from a lot of like the video archives, but you can still find him. They showcased him for a second because they were talking about that in the Vince McMahon Netflix documentary. But so they, so that guy was, he didn't do ring announcing proud by diddling the kids. No, Rumhoff, forget what he did. So Dylan, you better remind me.
His biggest crime was not changing his name.
Buck Zumhoff.
It's just like fuck Bumhoff or like.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Just change it, bro. Change it to like Lance, Granite, or something crazy.
Well, there's this old rule. Basically, it's like it's the WrestleMania marquee rule. Like if you can't see your name like being in the main event of WrestleMania, don't fucking use it.
Yeah.
I mean, it rolls right off your tongues. WrestleMania, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock versus John Cena. You can that just feels fucking, completely natural. But like, even if Buck Zumhoff would have been the greatest of all time, his name is fucking stupid. So.
Yeah, I'd rather be named Coco Beware than Buck Zumhoff. So,
because when I was a little kid and I first heard Coco Beware, I was like, I had questions because I'm like, what is it his opponent that is supposed to beware of Coco? I thought there was going to be more like an elaborate story with his name, and there just never was. I was like, I don't know. I mean, it kind of worked, and it kind of the first time you hear it, it don't work. It's like, I'll give it another example. It's not wrestling related at all, but like the first time you or me heard the name of the band Butthole Surfers, it was the weirdest sounding filthy thing ever. Like, oh my God. Now I don't even notice it when I think about it. And I actually have to remind myself not to bring up that fucking that band around like a normal person, or they're just gonna think I'm being filthy for absolutely no reason. So
you mean that you don't like to go to church and tell people your love of the Butthole Surfers? It's just a band.
It's just a band. That's all.
I'm not surfing real buttholes.
Yeah, but it's like it sucks because I know that they were one of those bands. They were like they were like Nirvana. They were like artistic integrity. I won't compromise for fucking anything. So we decided on this name, and God damn it, we're going to use this fucking name. We are using this fucking name. If someone could have talked them out of it, because they had a couple of great songs that were really fucking catchy, that despite their awful name, they had a couple of one-hit wonders, and I just think they would have had a little bit more solid of a career had they just settled on like something a little more palatable. Something you don't have to put a fucking asterisk on when you go to FYE at your local mall to, purchase the compact disc of this up and coming something or another punk rock alternative band.
I mean, you can call it like backdoor surfers or cornhole surfers, or there's other ways you could. But when you hear the word "butt" with two T's, and it's like, oh, it's like cursing. They're cursing at me.
Yeah. There was another band, and they were awful. I mean, they were putridly awful, and I bought the CD out of pure curiosity. And the CD, it had like a fold out. So you know how some CDs came with like posters, and like, you know, surprise, surprise, like two of the members were smoking hot, completely filthy, like redneck tatted up bitches. And like, holy shit, okay, well, this is a good surprise. The music was a bad surprise. But I bought the CD based on the name, and the name of the band was Sloppy Seconds.
Nice. You ever heard of a band? Oh, you ever heard of a band called Goblin Cock?
Yeah, I've heard of that. And then there's Anal Cunt.
Yep. Yeah, Dylan's got it. Dylan called them out.
Yeah, and as I recall, all of their songs were awful, and all of their songs were only like 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
So I think they were just like riding the. This is what I dreamed up without doing any research whatsoever. I imagine the people in this band, they were just like, let's call ourselves Anal Cunt. We'll get a lot of notoriety because it's just a shocking name. And we don't have to have any talent, so why even try? So let's just have all of our songs be 30 seconds and they're all just filthy nonsense. Because that's all I heard whenever I listened to them. I could be wrong, and they might have a goddamn Stairway to Heaven for all I know. But yeah, that's me. And then there's some luchador, Anal Cunt. Yeah, Anal Cunt's got a few albums.
So it seems like the chat wants to go a little bit into this wrestling thing. I know that Dylan and Kip know about the wrestling stuff. Criminal stuff. So I get this. I have never actually watched Dark Side of the Ring until recently. Okay. Just recently I watched it. So a lot of the stories I already knew. Some of the stories I did not know. But they do put a certain spin on certain things. And I would recommend to anybody who comes across this, who's already watched it, that do your own research as well. Don't just believe whatever they tell you, because they sanitize a lot of that stuff. That they don't want to get into the criminal stuff, right? No. Which is funny, because in the Japanese episode of the barbed wire matches and all that shit, they're like, oh, in Japan, the Yakuza has a huge, heavy hand in wrestling and blah, blah. Oh, but in America, it never happened, I guess. Okay, well, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something like that. But, there's just so much of a criminal element in wrestling. I would say, I wouldn't be shocked at all to hear that, in some cities and states, the mob definitely had something direct to do. Like, maybe a mob boss, like, had a favorite wrestler, knew it was a work, didn't care. It was just like, I want to see my favorite win, or my son's favorite wrestler is Terry Butthole Cake. So I want Terry Butthole Cake to wrestle tonight, and I want him to win. And in the old days, when they thought the shit was legitimate, I'm sure there were wrestlers paid off to lose, and they're like, God damn, that's how this was going to be booked anyway, but we got to pretend this is real and pretend that I'm taking a dive. I'm sure that had to happen too.
I mean, we know for sure there are wrestlers out there that will hold up a show to get that extra dollar. You know what I mean? Like, and so if it means, taking a fall or not, they're going to be like, hey, you pay me what I want, or I'm not going to perform today or whatever. The criminal aspect, though, goes beyond just betting on the matches. It's more along the lines of, like, the local, arena or whatever would have local businesses around it. And there's, like, advertising involved. The Yakuza, what they said in Dark Side of the Ring was they would go to local businesses and force them to buy tickets to the show to make sure that it sold out. Oh. And it didn't matter if people, like, showed up or not. They just wanted that money. So it's pretty crazy shit. I would imagine that would probably be common in the United States, maybe in like the 40s and 50s, something like that, maybe even up to the 60s or 70s. By the time that McMahon came along, and the story of McMahon getting control from his dad, how they went into a room, locked the door, and didn't come out for hours and hours. And when they came out, Vince had everything and Dad had nothing. I'm like, that's fucking crazy, dude. Like, and Vince, his history before he became involved with his dad, he was a scammer, a criminal, an immoral person, let's just say. And so he comes along being this announcer for his dad, and he's like, for the first time in his life, he's wearing a suit and tie, and he's like, oh, I could be fancy. And, before that, he's like a womanizer and a drunk, and he like got, I think he got a lot put in jail for something. I don't know.
I don't remember. I'm sure he had to have. He just has one of those personalities. It's like he has all these bad qualities, but when you think about it, it's like these aspects of his bad qualities is what's made him a billionaire. Like being that kind of psycho workaholic that works 20 hours a day and hates sneezing and hates sleep, and he kind of expects that out of everybody else too. So he works people to the bone until they can't work anymore.
Yeah.
I
see Dylan called out Vince's mom. One thing I want to call out is in the Dark Side of the Ring, they had an episode about the flight from hell, right? The airplane from hell. And they admit that Vince and Linda were on the plane the whole time. And it was a long-ass flight and a lot of shit happened. But then at a certain point in their version of the story, Vince and Linda just kind of vanish for the rest of the whole story and don't come back until the plane lands. And I'm like, so what, he wasn't doing fucking drugs and he wasn't going all crazy or touching women and shit? Like, come on now.
Yeah, so there is that like ghost aspect of it. Like, did Vince and Linda decide to actually go to sleep for a couple of hours at no point?
Yeah, that was a long time though. I mean, they would have had to have been asleep for like 10, 18 hours. That was some crazy amount of time. But to land the plane and he's like, oh, I had no idea what was going on back there. Bullshit, dude.
Yeah, he let him get out of hand, and I mean that is so weird how like it was just like one thing after another on that plane ride from hell. I mean it's so notable in history. It has its own Wikipedia page, and it's our main Wikipedia page. It ain't just like it's not some scrub page that. LOL, it's like, this is a major fucking moment in wrestling history. Like a shitload of people got fired because of that plane ride. It's like Mr. Perfect got fired and then he was dead in a couple of weeks. I mean, I guess.
And one thing I want to also point out is that when a lot of these guys die of heart problems, quote unquote heart problems, we know for sure that there's ricin, right? Do you know about the ricin poison?
Oh yeah, the poison from Breaking Bad.
Yes. Also, it was featured in that Seth Rogen movie where they go to North Korea. And they're trying to kill him with the ricin. I found out about ricin back in like the early 2000s from a guy I knew who was a chemist, and he talked about how it used liquid nicotine to penetrate the skin cells to deliver the cardiac agent that was made out of purified castor, and just crazy shit. I don't know if that's true or not. He might have been bullshitting me. So go ahead and fact check me and leave a hateful comment in the video. The ricin thing. There's been a lot of mysterious heart attack deaths, and especially in wrestling, but also like journalism and politics and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
And all it takes is touching a doorknob or touching someone's hand or something, and then you're done for. So
yeah, because like in like that early 2000s, a shitload of wrestlers. I'm not saying that any of them were poisoned, but like there was a shitload of people that died in 2002 and 2003 that were really fucking young. That that it looks like almost all of us have outlived all of them. Like Davey Boy Smith was only 38, I believe. Hawk of the Road Warriors, I believe, was only 42, and Big Boss Man, he was like 41. I think Bam Bam Bigelow was another one that was like 40, 41, something like that. And then, of course, Mr. Perfect there. Just a lot of Jesus. It's like, you're 38 to 42. and you're just dropping dead. That's not normal. I mean, I think a lot of them attributed that to that living hard and fast in the 80s, steroids and cocaine. But who knows? I wasn't there. I don't know what's going on.
And fucking Ric Flair outlived all those guys. And he was like drinking all crazy, and he's a party animal.
My understanding, and I don't know if it was like, if it's just his gimmick being so protected, but like I've never heard Ric Flair tell a story. He's done a ton of shoot interviews, and I've never heard of another wrestler saying that Flair did anything other than just drinking. No pills, no coke. I wouldn't be surprised to hear about coke because everybody was doing it back then. So it wouldn't change my opinion of him at all. But all I ever heard was the Horseman loved drinking.
Roddy Piper and him were on stage one time. I don't know what it was for, but it was in the later years before Roddy died, and they made cocaine jokes, and they were at each other because I guess they had some kind of history on the road having fun. And
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised though. I mean, I just know that I hadn't heard it myself, but I mean, I just might not have listened to the right show. But yeah, Piper was another one. He wasn't old at all, really, when you think about it. Like, I don't think he was 50 yet before he killed over.
I just found out the other day. Do you know which professional wrestler died at 38? Was Andy Kaufman.
Oh Jesus, yeah, but he had the big C, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know why, but that scene at the end of Man on the Moon where, Jim Carrey as him is like seeking out help from just anybody and everything, and he goes to some sort of sleight of hand, almost magician fake doctor. It's like, I'm pulling the cancer out of you, and he's just doing some sleight of hand bullshit to make it look like he's pulling some meat out of him. I don't know why, but that scene, for some reason, it just randomly plays in my head, and I don't know why. It's not like I don't think I've ever talked about that scene in my life until right now. And I saw that goddamn movie way back in 98. So, but I guess there's random scenes from movies like that play in my head for no reason whatsoever. And I don't really know why.
My particular autism is a word association, where if I hear words, I immediately start associating them with other words, and it can turn into nonsense pretty quickly. But
No, I mean, I just have random movies and scenes and memories that play in my head for absolutely no reason whatsoever. But yeah. So, what are you thankful for this year?
A lot, man. I spent today putting up the Christmas tree, putting up the lights. The kids decorated the tree with all the ornaments.
Yeah.
Just getting ready for the holidays. And as I, look around at my life, I'm getting older. I turned 43 this year. And I'm thankful just to be alive. I'm thankful to have any sort of life. I'm thankful for anybody who cares about me. I'm thankful for my internet friends. I'm thankful for the people who watch me, because I do it to entertain myself. And if anybody else comes along for the ride, it's a huge bonus.
Oh God, I know. Yeah, that's a thing. It's like that, as weird and, toxic as the kids say is our side of the internet can get. It's like we do kind of find one another randomly. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that is one of the things I'm grateful for. It's like, when I think about this, it's like I think about all the family members that I've outlived, and I'm not old, and they died of kind of like these goddamn wrestlers. They died because they partied. They partied a little much, but they didn't party to where. It's like, how do I put this? It's not like they had epic party stories. It's like I got cousins and stuff that died of drinking, and they weren't known as being alcoholics. They just had one bad night, you know, or the cousin that decides I'm gonna go on a cocaine bender in Las Vegas, and like, well, they returned all right, but they returned in a body bag, and just stuff like that. Like, yeah, grateful in a weird, morbid way of saying it's like that I had enough common sense to not be too curious about certain things to where I'm like, I don't need to try them. It's like just seeing what it does on TV is good enough for me. It's like being lucky enough that at least as of now being employed, being able to do goofy shit like this now and then, having a car, being able to pay all my rent, not having to have like a roommate or anything like that. I don't have to rely on fucking nobody. That could change all tomorrow. So yeah, it is a good idea to like touch base with yourself every now and then, because I think we become, I don't know what we get doom pilled a lot into just thinking about all the bad that goes on all the time and all the bad that's coming. Because one of the things that's constantly on my head is, I think about how AI is just going to take all our fucking jobs. So I get worried about that. And the people that I think that have pretty much common sense, that are in the forefront of the AI, like Elon Musk, it's like, he seems like he has so much common sense about 99.9% of everything. And then like the stuff with AI is just like, he's not comprehending how that's going to like kill a lot of entry level jobs. Like it's going to kill that entry level call center job that a lot of kids got straight out of high school. Because now, what the fuck? You don't even need it anymore. Now it's just a chat bot that just analyzes what you tell it and figures it out.
Well, he also said publicly that we all live in the Matrix for reals, and that God is a computer and all this stuff, and
that is interesting. That's one thing I wanted to do on this thing. It's not to like, and I'm sorry I interrupt because I get excited when I get to talk about when I get to talk about weird shit, because I don't get. Oh God, I have like 5 conversations I want to have right now, and I'm trying to pick one. That's how my brain always is. Like I can't have these conversations at work because they can very easily be not woke. And I work for a fucking woke company that is very proud to have a DEI department, and they ain't getting rid of it. A lot of other companies, they saw the tide turned after, Trump got back in, and and there was pressure more on the right. It's like, hey, you got to get rid of this bullshit because it's bullshit, to hire people based on their minority status and to pass over qualified applicants, to fill a quota of certain things, but not my goddamn company. When I go in person, I am the fucking minority, and it is not a joke. It is like, I swear it's like me and like 5 other white guys. And I keep thinking to myself, why the fuck did they hire me? It's like out of the 5 white guys, I'm the one completely goofy, completely weird one without paint on. And I just keep thinking to myself, did they hire me because I'm not a threat? I don't know. Because they know I'm just like, I'm just happy to be here. Anyway, that's what happens to me all the time. I want to have like 5 different conversations about 5 different things, but yeah, it's going to kill the entry level jobs. I try to tell the kids that I work with how it was in like the 90s and the 2000s. Think about this. Okay, it's 1999. Just put yourself back in 1999. You have cable, but you don't have HBO, and you're allowed to upgrade to it. What do you got to do? It's 1999. Do you remember the steps of what you had to do in 1999 to add HBO to your account?
Yeah, you probably call them on the phone and ask them to, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So you would call, you'd wait on hold, you'd press 50 fucking buttons for no apparent reason to try to get to a customer service person back in the 90s and 2000s, because that's always been hell on earth. And you wait on hold and you wait on hold and you wait on hold and you finally get an idiot. And if you get lucky, and that's the only thing you need today is just to add HBO to your account, you might be on and off that call in about 5 minutes once you actually get a live person. If you got lucky and you got a halfway competent one. And then you have to, hope that that it actually just scrambles on your end and, oh shit, I finally have HBO. And then on the opposite side of it, it's the same thing when you wanted to get rid of HBO. You had to call. You had to hit all the buttons. You had to wait on hold. Now you got that idiot. Now this is the idiot's job, because I've worked a lot in call centers. The idiot's job back then, and it's not his fault, was to rebuttal you, to try to talk you out of canceling HBO. Yeah. It's not like this guy was doing it to fuck with you. It was his job, and if he didn't do it enough, he got canned. So that's why that's just how it is. Because I've been a manager. I've been in management and call centers, and it's just part of the deal. And so now you're talking to a guy. He's rebuttaling you. He doesn't want to do it, but he has to. And now you're pissed off because you're arguing with the guy. You just want to take HBO off your fucking account. You don't want it anymore. So he's like, "Oh, you're sure you're going to miss out on great shows like The Sopranos? How about if I give you a $5 off discount for the next 6? And all that shit." But now that job's just gone. It's done. It's this. You don't even just, all right, cable company app, HBO, cancel. Do you want to cancel it effective today or at the end of the month? Done. So that job that I just spelled out in great detail has now been, it's you're done in seconds, not even a full minute. Like you really could, if you really wanted to, perform that transaction yourself in less than a minute, and nobody argued with you. No one tried to talk you out of it. You just had the transaction performed for you. And part of my craziness is now I don't really remember why I'm talking about this.
AI.
Thank you. That's why if I hit the lottery and I start doing this every fucking day, I'm going to need you and Dylan and other people to be my producers. So when I go on this like rant about whatever, that eventually I'm going to hit the wall where I go, why the fuck am I talking about this? I know this wasn't what I was really getting at. I just went on. I was on the main road. And then I decided to get on the dirt road.
I saw you. I saw you veering off the road. I was up in the helicopter. I saw the whole thing. And I was like, hey, get back on the road. You got to go to the left. You're fine. You're good.
Oh,
Bring it back
Jackson here. Jack might come on here in a minute. I know Dylan's wanting me to play something here in a minute. So, okay, he's got it. So let me, I'm going to bring this up on the screen here in a second. It's a throwback. Ha! He did it. He did it just how I wanted it. Okay, so because we talked for a second off air before we went live, you're going to completely get this joke right out of the box. So I just gotta get it to pull up on the screen here, and hopefully I don't ruin the joke by hitting play and the audio doesn't work, because that will be my luck. So let me talk to myself while I figure bullshit out. Oh God. Yeah, I'm going to have to just start doing this shit every day just so I can remember how to do simple things. So those here. That what I want to do? I think. No, that's not what I want to do. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to also learn things like how to vamp. There we go. Screen. I understand. Window. It's not coming up how I want it. There it is. There it is. Okay. So here we go. Here's we're getting breaking news, everybody. If I do this right, let's just pretend I do this right, and if not, someone edit this to where I look good. Breaking news, everybody. We've got some reports from the road, and I just want to bring that on the screen here. So here we go. Looks like on the road with 1-800-collect. We have Dylan. And let's see what he's got to say. And I fucked up. The audio isn't playing. God damn it. Well, at least you all thought I was laughing at the picture and just admiring it. This is again why I'm going to have to, I'm just going to eventually have to hire I'm going to have to hit the lottery first, and then I'm going to have to have like producers and shit.
So did he call you with 1-800-collect?
Well, he sent me this on the screen here, but the audio isn't playing. And heads up for your screen. Some setups allow you to share the audio.
I'm pretty sure that 1-800-collect hasn't updated their audio in about 20, 30 years. So
yeah, you're right. Ah, damn it. I see where I fucked up. Okay. Thank you all for your patience. I have now figured it out. Now if it doesn't work, it's not on me. It's the fucking MacBook. So here we go again. I'm gonna hide that and show that. And Steve Wolf, I need you to tell me if you don't hear audio in a couple of seconds. Just blurt out, I don't hear anything. And then after I get done talking now.
Greetings from somewhere in the United States, fellas. Thank you for having me on, Dr. Harley. Guys, this is the 1-800-collect relocation report with Dylan, and it has been quite the experience. Already, just 2 days out of the hellhole that is Huntsville, Alabama, I have already fucked some married woman thanks to the app 3Fun. And I tell you what, if I was going to pull that off in Huntsville, I was going to have to fuck the wife and the husband too. Because if there is anything you can find in Huntsville, Alabama, it is closeted homosexuals, more flakes than Tony the Tiger has ever seen, and just wild incompetence. Good God, am I glad to be out of there. And on my way to things that are up and at them. And oh, you know what's fun? A lot of places have Taco Tuesday,
Oh,
but this brewery I'm at right now, they are celebrating Weasel Wednesday.
uh.
It's great to talk to you guys. I'll see you next week for the next 1-800 Collect Relocation Report.
And that was how Tony the Tiger back in the day would say "fuck you" to Bobby Heenan. Yeah, it's Weasel Wednesday, you motherfucker. I hope you get tongue cancer. I remember that. I thought that was a really dark thing to say on Monday Nitro, and then it happened.
Yeah, he sent me a video. He went to a wedding on the road. Stopped by and visited some friends at a wedding. Yeah, check it out.
Oh, look at that.
He's playing guitar. So he had a good old time there, see?
He is definitely there playing the guitar, which to my eyes without glasses, it looks like he's at a bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. He's definitely singing.
Yeah, that's the girl he fucked. Good job, Dylan.
Great job.
Good job, buddy.
That's very good. I'm glad you had heterosexual sexual intercourse with that, young lady consensually. That's what we like to hear from our road reports.
I mean, she's married, but hey, man, I'm not gonna blame you, buddy.
But this is the goofy shit that I think the internet is made for. Is like just goes those stupid moments where you look back in time and you're like, I just want to make a joke about 1-800 Collect that me and 5 of my friends will get. And if no one else gets it, I just don't care. Because Dylan got it and knew exactly what I was talking about. I was like, oh, from the road, 1-800 Collect, he got it. And then he fucking made that out of it, which was perfect.
Yeah. That was good. It's funny because it's like a TMI situation where you get the call in, but then the guy just starts going off. That's pretty good. I enjoyed that.
Oh God, yeah. Hey, there's Spurg. Oh yeah. Sorry, he. I guess he was too busy to join tonight. It's okay, Spurg. I'm dying. I'm doing this stream tonight because I just found out I'm dying in the next hour, and I wanted to spend my last hour with you all, and everybody abandoned me and wouldn't come on the stream. So but it's okay. I understand you're busy on those big podcasts making the money. I'll be dead. Yeah, well, I'm muted. No one can hear me. Do you think I guilted him properly? He's gonna fall for the old he's dead trick. Oh, don't tell the audience what I just said.
After you go back on, make sure you say, Spurg Snake, I'm very thankful for you.
Okay, unmute. Yeah, but anyway, even though you're not coming on tonight, Spurg Snake, I'm very thankful for you. I hope you're thankful for me as you stand over my lifeless corpse at the funeral that you're invited to. As I'm formally inviting you to the funeral that I'll be at dead. But I understand if you've got bigger podcasts to go on. It's okay.
It's because you're not talking about Dabbleverse, man.
Yeah. I mean, like a couple of times I tried, and like I would hit play on it. There's one, and I deleted it. After I did it. I tried to watch like a Stuttering John video and comment on it, and I lasted 5 seconds, and I started crashing out. And I started going, motherfuckers, I don't know how you cocksuckers do this. It's so boring. There's nothing to make fun of. It's just shitty.
And these guys, they're like, oh man, Matt has so much patience to listen to Dancing with Ghosts for 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know, guys. I mean, he's as bad, if not worse, than what you guys listen to all day. So I'm not superhuman or anything. I just had different tastes. That's all it is. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like if you can find something good to make fun of like that, and it's in your wheelhouse of shit to make fun of, man, that's perfect. Like you found that Dances with Ghost Gods. Of course, there's Bimmy. Then there's that other character. What's his name? The guy that the video gamer guy that begs for money every 3 seconds. What's his name again?
Dark Side Phil.
That's it. And he's related to the Dabbleverse Dark Side Phil, Aaron M. Holt, who does the same exact thing. He begs for money nonstop. It's like at the end of every sentence, it's like, the weather here in Minneapolis sure is snowy again today, but don't forget, what isn't snowy is, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, Super Tip, send in a couple of bucks. And the way he says send a couple of bucks is nauseating. And I think people have tried to cut out from a show all the times that guy begs for money, and then a 4-hour show is now 30 minutes. If
Pretty
you cut
much,
out all the begging for money, I'm like, God damn. and it's just not good. It's like politically, I'm pretty much on the same exact page as that guy. But he's just so unlikable and begs for money so much. I can't sit through one of his programs. I don't even know what his program is about other than begging for money. I really don't. But but if I can remember how to put it, but I don't mean to point it out. But if I was doing that, I'd be pointing right above my head where it says Venmo at Harley Quinn -141, and just as practice, you could send me money. There we go. There. It's, I don't know. But those are the main characters that you like to tease. I don't even know. Do you even tease that Dark Side Phil, or you just don't care?
I have. I'm an old troll, dude. And if somebody has a troll community, I've been a part of it at some point or another.
Yeah.
And DSP's troll community is 20 years old, 25 years old, something like that. Really old lolcow, that guy.
Was he originally funny? Did people watch him unironically like Bimmy and get a kick out of him, and then he just changed into the beggar once all the begging, mechanisms came into play?
Well, whether or not he was liked or not, I can't really say, because it was kind of 50-50. I mean, his notoriety came from a time when there wasn't anything called Let's Play, right? They didn't have Let's Plays where somebody played a game start to finish and you watch them play it.
Yeah.
It was like tip and trick videos or whatever. But so he sat down and every single day would record from a camera just like this into a television, like I do on my streams, which is the lowest tech way of doing it.
Yeah.
And he would, make commentaries that are really dumb, and he'd say stupid jokes but people would watch him because he'd always get the latest game, the newest game. So you could always kind of see what the game is like, but you had to put up with Phil. So it's a double-edged sword, right? After a long time, he starts really saying a lot of dumb shit and becomes like memes and isms, and people take that shit and run with it, man. So people like me.
Yeah. I tried to watch him unironically a couple of times, and he was another guy that was like that. It's like, I don't find you likable, I don't find you funny, and whatever game you're playing, I'm not interested in, and you don't seem like you're an expert at it anyway. I'm like, it was like just 50 reasons to just say, nah, I'm good. I don't need this in my life. Other people, I don't know if me and you've talked about this, the other people that I've seen randomly. Did we ever talk about that online video lottery guy? What's his name? His name's like Boss Man Jack or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's an addict.
Yeah, he's like an addict. I think he's in prison or something. Now, you or Dylan or someone was telling me not too long ago that the guy fucked up and like did like a drug deal on the air or something.
He's done a lot of shit on the air, dude. He's fucking abused his parents. He's punched holes in the wall. He's broken furniture and computer shit. I mean, dude, like, if anybody out there wants to know what it looks like to be like a compulsive gambler to a point where it's debilitating and crippling as an actual like addiction, this guy would have highs and lows.
Yeah,
that you'd swear he's like schizophrenic or on PCP or some shit. Like, just like his happiness and anger was kind of the same. He was just uncontrollable. He's fucking flipping out. And it's like, dude, like, just stop the gambling, bro, for like one day.
And what he reminds me of is like, he reminds me of those people that I've ran into that are on like PCP and like, you know, the angel dust. I don't know. That might be the same thing. I don't even know. But like he reminds me of those people that do that shit from that like West Virginia, Kentucky area. Like he has that look. Like it's like a face that's only for that region. Like you don't see a guy that looks like him in Texas or Arizona or California. But you go look at a picture of him right now, and you can just you would automatically know it's like this guy's either in Kentucky, Virginia, or West Virginia, one of the three. And I'm pretty fucking sure he's from Virginia. So, and there's just a lot of people like that. Like I remember I watched this and I felt bad. It was so fucking funny, but it was summer of 24, and it was some dude that wanted to do a really quick documentary on that town in Ohio that was getting flooded with, like, I don't know, what were they from, Haiti or Africa or wherever the fuck they were, but you know what I'm getting at. That town, and it was at that same time where Trump and some other people were like, you know, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
And this one guy, he jumped on it immediately, and like within a week had like a documentary about that town. And at first I hit play on it thinking like, oh, okay, this is 100% going to be a guy that's going to expose that this is true. But he was making some pretty hardcore fun of it for like at least like the first 30 minutes. Then it seemed to like getting partial at about 30 minutes in. But that first 30 minutes, it was like, these fucking hicks. Look at these fucking hicks. It was kind of like, which, I mean, I will be honest, the guy never said that, but he was putting people on camera that, you know, really came across as like the stereotypical racist hillbilly that would make, you know, make whatever point they were trying to make look bad, because they was making sure to put up comically redneck people. I'm like, oh god, but it was funny, but didn't like laughing at it.
Yeah, I mean, when you cherry pick stuff, it's easy to make people look bad.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I mean, hell, I do it. That being said, all the stuff that I don't clip doesn't exactly equal good either. So it's hard to make somebody look too bad when they make themselves look bad. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing that bad of a job.
Yeah,
sometimes,
and
I don't know.
And we gotta remember, it's like, you know, we're regular Pope. You know, it's easy. We're not entertainers. We're not trained. So if I agree to do like an on the spot IRL interview with you, it's real easy to trip up like a regular person and make them, you know, seem bad. That's why I'm very, because I mean, I obviously I look a certain way even without the paint. So I get stopped by those IRL motherfuckers all the time. And like, I was like, no, I just keep going. Because I'm like, nope, they're going to ask me something. And there's no way I can, whatever it is, there's no way I'm going to answer it to where I'm satisfied that I'm not going to have Monday morning quarterback and like, oh my God, I just made myself look like an idiot. or just getting asked like a loaded question or something like, do you think Black Lives Matter, or something like, oh, I'm on the spot, oh my god, what can I say without compromising my, and without bending a knee, so I'm like, nope, just keep going. Man, but it's bad down here. I don't know how it is where you're at. It's like I have to just like be aware of where I'm walking at all times. Like, there's one of those IRL cocksuckers.
Yeah, there are places around here that are obviously filled with all kinds of wild and wacky people.
Yeah.
But what I will say though is that I've been arguing for radical centrism for years. I mean, since COVID. During the second week of COVID, I noticed things were not adding up to what they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
Triage centers are empty. The zombie-like behavior in the Chinese video was not happening in the United States.
Nope.
And I thought to myself, well, maybe things are safer than what they say it is. Maybe this is a little overblown.
But I better not say that out loud. I might get, arrested or something,
Well, you're probably going to get your channel taken down if I mention that all of COVID is completely fake and the numbers are fake and it was actually the flu the whole time and we all got suckered into taking saline and chips or whatever the fuck that vaccine was either nothing or something bad. It wasn't a vaccine. So say goodbye to your channel. Hope you're thankful.
Yeah, I'm thankful. I was going to say it anyway, but it's like one of the things that like bothered me in the very beginning was like, it was like in the very beginning of that stuff, people were talking about like, oh, what happens if you get it? But no one talked about specifically the recovery part of it. They were like, they didn't say there was plenty of explanations of how you would feel once you got infected with it and while you're in the midst of it. But there was no descriptions on what to look out for like, okay, you're going to start to recover. So this is how you're going to start to feel as you recover and what to expect as far as like your recovery. That part was like, there was nowhere. It was literally, to me, it was advertised like, you catch this goddamn thing, like you lock yourself away for 2 weeks. You see no one. You're just gonna be fucking dead. You're just dead.
all businesses must be shut down except essential businesses. What is essential businesses? Target and Walmart. Fucking come the fuck on, dude. Like,
do you remember like right before the shutdown? Everybody was advertising deep cleaning. We're practicing deep cleaning. After we have a customer come into Wendy's or Carl's Jr. or whatever, wherever you're at, it's like, we go that extra mile. We deep clean. I remember for like 2 weeks, like right before, watching these poor like 16-year-old kids with their first job, like every time someone would get done eating at a booth somewhere, then they had to go over to that booth with like all this disinfectant, and they're fucking digging in that thing, like digging in the crack of a fucking grandma that needs a turd dug out of her ass. I was like, God damn, this is a little bit kooky, but I better not say anything, because I don't know what my fellow man around me thinks about this stuff. But I'll be straight up honest with you. I was one of the people that took advantage of the thing. It's like, I knew it was a big dopey fucking retard shit thing, but it forced my business that I was at the time to speed up. Like, oh shit. It's like, what are positions that we fucking have here that we absolutely do not need you in person for? And like, I was one of those guys that's like, my job is completely all digital. Me being at an office was just to be in an office. That was it. Yeah. And so I was easily like, it was like, Harley, you're the fuck out of here. We never want to see you again. I was like, fuck you, I'm gone.
I enjoyed the lack of traffic for a long time. because I know Dylan knows about California traffic, man. It's some of the shittiest shit we're gonna see, and having just free access to the freeways was pretty awesome.
No, I remember that too. I remember down here it was like, right before, rush hour traffic was pretty bad. Still not as bad as, y'all in California, the people we know in New York and stuff like that. Or like when I go in person in Chicago, holy Jesus. Now that's the worst I've ever seen with my own eyes. And I know that's not the worst. I know you Californians have seen way worse than what I saw when I've been in person in Chicago, and that shit terrified me. And I never even fucking drove there. I was always being driven somewhere. And I would just look down at the fucking floor.
Yeah.
But I remember like when it happened, for the first couple of months, it's like, man, I could just drive anywhere at any time and I would get there quickly. Something that would take typically an hour, 90 minutes during rush hour traffic was now back down to like 5 to 10 minute drive. It was just like, just go. But now where you were at, did they do the thing where they were like, okay, it's hard for me to explain, so I'm hoping you pick up on what I'm putting down here. It was like, now if you get pulled over where you're an essential worker, keep this in your car so you can show the police officer that the only reason you're out driving your car during this historically deadly virus that's going to kill the entire planet, that you're an essential worker. Did you have to go through anything like that, or do you even know what I'm talking about, or they not even have
Yeah,
there?
they had announced they're going to do that. As far as enforcement goes, not in my local area. I'm sure probably in the larger areas they did. But out here, I only know one person who got pulled over, and there's like, okay, where are you going to? Where are you coming from? Oh, I was visiting my mother, or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, they're not going to ask you to prove it or anything. They just.
We just wanted to kind of scare you by pulling you over, but maybe.
Well, they wanted to smell if there's any drugs or alcohol or weed or or anybody, because that's, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of body cam over the last 6 months or so. It's fascinating because it's not scripted, it's unfiltered. Yeah. You kind of get a gauge for what our generation is out there doing in the world. And yes, they cherry pick all the worst stuff, but I would wager that the worst stuff I've seen is a lot worse than how things used to be. Like there's something mentally ill about our generation.
Oh, hey, Norm, thanks for coming
Norm.
by. But I got to say this. If I was a bad comedian, the thing that I put up on the screen here from Dylan, some people got long COVID. I got thick COVID. My jaw was sore for months. If I was a bad comedian, I'd say, Dylan, what was his name? But I'm not. So I'm changing it to this. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and thank you for anyone that decided to show up at my little stream here that I just thought of randomly as like, I want to do something. I just want to do something. I don't know what, because I wanted to do something Sunday, but I had a little bit of food poisoning that day, and I was just run down. I was like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just gonna hope I don't have to shit myself again and play my stupid video game and then then it passed and I was like, ugh. But I'm like, I don't know. But I never got pulled over or anything. But the funny things that happened to me being a long hair in all the places that I've ever lived, I always get this. Every time I get pulled over, it happened again a couple of months ago. They'll do the routine questions, and I'm fine. Don't worry, I'm not one of those ACAB people or anything. But I do get a little bit of a kick out of how they always kind of act toward me. Yeah. And they always say, no matter how fucking close I am to the house, they always go, awfully far from home, aren't you? I'm like, motherfucker, I'm a mile. talking about. I hate that. I know they do it because it's part of their training. They're like, someone will fuck up. That's when someone will fuck up and be like, I'm just out selling cocaine. Oops! Why did I say that? I know that's part of their deal. So I'm like, I want to give you shit, but I kind of know it's a script all of you read. So I'm like, nah.
Speaking of drug dealers and suspected criminals, there's a new thing that happened in the Bimmy-verse today. Bimmy has been trying to sell crap lately, such as his new hot sauces. It's called,
God!
I know. Now, did he design the sauce? No, he did not. He just found a company that will let him put his label on their sauce, and there's 3 different ones, and he calls it a trilogy of sauces.
Yeah.
There's also a white creamy garlic sauce that's like called Mike's Huge Load, which is basically saying that you're going to eat Mike Matei's jizz. That's nice. Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Now that's pretty bad. But then today he gets on another fucking trip and says, "Oh, I'm gonna start selling loot boxes." Do you remember loot boxes like Man Crate and all that shit?
Oh, I remember those. I thought that was from like an era long dead.
Yeah, like a decade ago. Basically, for those who don't know, for all you Zoomers out there or Gen Alpha or whatever the fuck you kids are called, about 10 years ago, you could order crap from a company that you could give them $100. They'd say it's at least 150 to 200 in value. But then you open it up, it's a bunch of shit that nobody wanted that they got for cheap and they repackaged. So Bimmy's going to do that. Bimmy is going to do his Bimmy Crate or Bimmy Box or whatever the fuck it is. And it's a bunch of crap from he admits it's from his basement, filled with all kinds of old shit that did not sell, and they're gonna just repackage it and sell it for like $8,500 or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, they're clearing out the retroware warehouse. Now you got to ask yourself, if Bimmy was a hot item, if Bimmy is a lucrative IP, why would you dump off as much shit as possible as fast as you can? That kind of screams that Bimmy's on the down, right? They're trying to offload their stock before he plummets or some shit.
Yeah.
So is this the end of Bimmy, and this is like a precursor? Is he going to retire the character? I'm predicting yes, and I'm also predicting I might be wrong. So
yeah, we call that hedging your bets.
Yeah,
but
a little bit of eggs in one basket, not all the eggs in one basket, you know.
But 6 in one basket and 6 in the other basket
for now, and then I'll grab them at the last minute when they come out the wrong basket. So
no, but when I remember the loot crates they were always like when it was even stuff that I was interested in, like some wrestling shops had those. I was like instantly, I'm like, oh, this is obvious. It's like I'm going to send in $100 and I'm going to get like 10 t-shirts of 10 guys. I either do not know who the fuck they are because they're independent wrestlers, or 8 of them will be independent wrestlers and 2 of them will be like, it's people I just don't give a shit about at all. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't hate the guy or anything. I don't know, Mr. Kennedy for some reason. Like, I'll get Mr. Kennedy. And I'm like, nobody said Mr. Kennedy was their favorite wrestler. And so I was like, yeah, I'll not do that. Because it would be from those, like, I don't know. It'd be from a store that sells 10,000 things. So you're basically guaranteed you're going to get dog shit. If they sell 10,000 things and for a fact only about 100 of those things are good, you ain't getting any of the good shit. You're not even getting one of the good shit. You're getting a lot of the bad shit. Yeah.
All I want to know is, where can I get a t-shirt of Bob Backlund holding a machine gun and flying on an eagle?
Well, now you don't have to worry about that because that ties back into the earlier topic. We can just make that an AI in 2 seconds.
I know.
As like I was talking to some people online unrelated to all of this, and like one guy was saying like he remembered just a few years back, like he would work with a marketing department, right? And the marketing art department. So I think you already know where this is going. It's like, I want you to design something for me, and I'm going to describe to you how it looks. Now I gotta fucking wait for you to produce a couple of, images or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you send that back to me, and there is no chance in hell it is anything that I want. But I've at least got something of a skeleton to go, okay, change this. And the guy described it was like a nonstop back and forth until you would finally get something that nothing perfect ever, not even close, but something just to make it stop, just to stop the interaction, and you've got something good enough that's to slap on whatever you're trying to sell. And you're like, this is good enough, and it's not going to get any better. And I'm confident that this design will not get me fired for picking it. And now we just do it in AI and, trial and error until you get something good enough. I do a newsletter for my job, right? Now, the writing part, I'm good. That's one of my strengths. Is I'm a 9 out of 10 bullshitter when it comes to the written word, because I'm totally at peace. It's going live and talking and all that, and I'm not at peace at, because I got too much going on in my brain all the time. But when I'm typing, I'm at peace. So I don't need AI for that. I need AI for the art part. And every month I get exactly what I want for my newsletter, and it just takes a couple of tries.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's exactly what I want. And I just, that is something that, I don't think your kids are ever going to understand the frustration of trying to find not only you're not going to find the perfect picture, finding the good enough picture to go along with whatever you're, wanting to produce. It's going to be hard to actually even explain that to your kids when they're just able to pick something in half a second with less effort, because they're going to have it even easier than us.
Yeah.
It's going to be harder to explain an 8-track to a kid today. That's if they want to listen to music, it's Apple Music or just go to YouTube.
Well, in my house with my kids, we have record players, we have a VCR. We don't always use that stuff, but I make sure they're well acquainted with how things used to be and why it's important to not sit there and binge a television show. When I was a kid, you get one episode per week.
Yeah, God. Yeah.
So I don't let them binge and go crazy. You get one of this and one of that, and then that's kind of it. You gotta break it up a little bit. Otherwise, that's what does damage to the kids, right? We all had screen time. You had
instant screen time. Gratification.
Yes.
You're talking
yes.
about. Yeah.
And that's the key, right? Even a VHS tape, you got to rewind the fucking thing and wait for it. So even that's not instant. So.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when we were one of the life hacks of renting a tape from the video store, because for some reason we all hated rewinding them tapes. Some power user parents would get all this thing does is rewind a tape.
Yes. And it does it fast.
And it does it fast.
Yeah.
Probably destroys the tape. Dylan, if you sent something, it didn't come. He said he sent me something to my DMs, and I refreshed my DMs, and there's no new information in there. Did you hit send, sir? Check your internet. Yeah, but God, I like to tell the kids at work, not necessarily how hard I had it, but oh shit, what happened? Where's Steve Wolf? He He's gone. His internet died. Your Dylan's internet is garage. I mean, okay, well, that's garbage, not garage. That's me not being able to see. Did your internet knock Matt off of my stream? I mean, is there any way we can blame that on your internet? Hopefully when his internet comes back. Oh, I see him now. They came in. Okay. Fucking Brad Armstrong. That's who I like. I mean, that's who I tell people I feel like I am a lot of times. It's like, is Brad Armstrong. Because, like, when I'm at peace, when you're hanging out with me at dinner, I'm not this guy. I'm someone else. You know? I feel like I'm the actual more closer to me, like when I'm at peace typing away than I am right now, like wishing I could be a showman, but I'm not even Stuttering John, so all that thing got wore out. Oh my God, that's awful. Yeah, I seem to remember my family having that. You know, this thing only rewinds and nothing else. And I don't even think we really rented that many tapes. But and I'm gonna ask Steve Matt when he gets back. If I remember correctly, in the 80s, there was, definitely a boom period. It was like the WrestleMania for reasons that people ended up finally getting a good VCR was the first Batman movie. And like, I remember that was like my family's reason for finally like plunking down that money. It's like, all right, fine, we're going to get a VCR because like goddamn Batman's coming out. and that was, and I wore that tape out. I wore it out to the point that like I still to this day I could never watch that first Batman ever again. There's so many things that like from watching it too much, now I hate the movie. First, I know because he's dead, people all now go, Prince. Now that musician Prince, wow, just one of the most talented blah, 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 blah people on the planet. But like, I remember when he was alive, nobody was talking about that motherfucker like that. And in fact, most people talked about him kind of like how Kevin Smith talked about him, like when he met him as like just a complete lunatic head case. Like, I'll talk about this while hopefully Matt comes back on if his internet didn't completely die. Let me see if I don't have an email from him yet. He might have had bad. Yeah, he might have had what happened to me with Dylan last week, where lightning struck and that's it for the internet. But anyway, like for those of you that saw it, like Kevin Smith talked about, like how like he went to go work for him, and he was impossible to deal with. Like just completely impossible to deal with on any level, like a perfectionist, and he couldn't describe what he wanted. Yeah. And he like had he made music videos that were never even released, like a full production with like a full cast and directors and like extravagant artwork, et cetera, and just went into the Prince vault somewhere. God damn, Brad Armstrong, though. Did lightning strike near your house?
I tried to call 1-800-COLLECT and it messed up my whole internet, man. It was crazy.
Like, I don't know if you were watching, but like I was with Dylan last week, and we were in the middle of watching those speed datings, and like right after I got done saying something, lightning struck right outside here.
Oh shit!
And the power went out and the internet went out. Power came back on pretty quickly, but like when the internet goes out here, it stays out for like 30 minutes. It's like it's like the slowest reboot of anything. I cannot remember what we were talking about at all before your internet decided to boot you.
I don't know. Maybe if we could remember what it was, we might find out why I got booted.
VCRs, rewind, old tech. Yeah. Like what I was getting ready to jump into is like I try to tell kids like the things that we had to do in like the 80s and stuff, which I know it almost even sounds douchey, because if we like try to like make that sound like a struggle to like our grandparents who didn't have shit, they just had a stick and a hoop to like spin as they ran down the road. But like I remember like no one could wrap their head around like doing what I always called the VCR trick. And what I mean by the VCR trick is like if you had cable in your house, a lot of families that weren't like, fairly, wealthy, they typically had the main TV, like in the living room, had the cable box, and any other rooms that had cable, they just had the fucking coax cable, and that was it. And it would screw into the back of the cheapo TV that was smaller than our laptops that we're looking into right now. And you would have like 13 whole channels. And but if you had a VCR, you could screw that coax cable in the back of the VCR, which then connects to your TV, and that VCR basically acts like a cable box. So now you've jumped from 13 channels to like 50 channels. Yeah. And now that's like it's like a lost art. It's like no one's gonna have to go through that ever again, like the cheapo cable that I have here by default. I screw in the back of my fucking TV, and I've got 100 channels. No cable box required, because my TV's a cable box. My TV's fucking everything. Yeah. But I get fascinated by old tech sometimes.
I just want to see, are you able to see how messed up this can is?
I can't really make anything out. I mean,
like it's bent. It's all bent in pretty bad. It's kind of
I can see it now. Where the red is.
Yeah, like so where I put my mouth, it's all droopy and messed up. So I knew that when I grabbed this beer, there's a chance that I might dribble all over myself.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I could just grab another beer, a good can, or hurry up and get the fuck back in there.
Yeah.
And I said, but I'm gonna have to walk this tightrope. Now it's very precarious to drink this beer now, because if I dribble and make an ass of myself, someone's gonna clip it, and they're gonna make the Steve Wolf Truth subreddit, and they're gonna accuse me of being a drunkard.
And they're gonna send it to that Dancing with Ghosts guy, and then he's gonna roast you. You're gonna get roasted.
Dude, even if I did something heinously stupid on camera, he doesn't want to talk about me on his show, because it's going to just bring more people to my channel, And when they see what I clip and how I kind of expose the guy, it's in his best interest to pretend that I don't exist.
Yeah.
Which he's gone back to his gay rock theory. Good for him, but sooner or later he'll crack. We'll see.
Gay rock theory. That's a good name for a band.
Better than Dancing with Ghosts.
Oh no. Yeah, there's I remember. God, I don't know. I remember my first digital camera. It was 2 megapixel, and there was no ability at that time to put like a memory card or anything like that into it. Its internal drive. If you had the pictures on the highest quality, you could take a maximum of 12. So you would have to like pick like a lower quality to be able to get like, I think up to like 24 pictures, which now would not even be 2 megapixel. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so. No, the kids will never have to go through that. And that's all this goddamn thing did. It just took pictures and nothing else, you know.
This brings up a good topic. Was there any gadgets that you had as a kid that were like, toys, gadgets, kind of electronics that you remember you were fond of? Like for me, example, there was a thing called Yak Back, which was a little voice recorder that would talk back to you, and you could use it to make different voices. And they had one called Yak Backwards, where you could talk backwards, right? So it was cool because all those like Slayer albums and Bone Thugs and Harmony albums that had backwards talking, now we could finally like listen to what it really said. And we would sit there and like translate all the backwards talking on all these different albums.
No, I never had anything like that. I don't even think I've even heard of that. I remember that some of the things I remember that I know kids have no idea about. It was that thing that was almost like, it almost looked like, depending on how you bought it, it either looked like binoculars or a telescope, and you would twist it, and then the collars and shit would change inside of it.
Kaleidoscope.
And that's it. I remember having that, and I remember that being a fucking time waster galore. And I'm like, there's no fucking way your kids would put up using that thing for longer than a second. They'd be like, this sucks.
I mean, they're actually kind of easily amused. I mean, it'll probably keep them entertained for about 5 minutes or so. But I had a pretty good one as a kid. I have no idea where my parents got it, but it was a fucking fat goddamn thing, and it had just like hundreds and hundreds of these little colored beads. And I would sit there all day and have little Pink Floyd acid trips,
One of the other things, the thing it did kind of remind me of what you were talking about with the talk backward machine was like Teddy Ruxpin, and something else to where like I just think you had no ingenuity whatsoever in your brain if you had a Teddy Ruxpin, if it didn't cross your mind eventually after owning the thing for like a couple of days to go, well, I can put any tape into this goddamn thing.
Yes, you can.
I remember putting Twisted Sister in it.
Yeah.
And I don't even, and it's weird because I wouldn't say my parents were like majorly conservative or anything, but I kind of at the same time am like shocked to go back and think that my parents had no problem buying me Twisted Sister or Megadeth as a kid. Like no problem at all. They just bought it. There, no speech or anything. No, like, now this is the fucking devil's music. I just want to make sure that you don't just start worshiping Satan in this. No speech. Just like, hey, here's that stupid album you wanted for some reason. Yeah, that was about it.
I got the same treatment where I could indulge in all the stupid shit I wanted to indulge in. But yeah, with Teddy Ruxpin, there was there's a couple of different versions of that. There was a Teddy Ruxpin, and they had like another one, the Caterpillar guy. And a different line of toys for girls, they had what was called a Cricket doll. Cricket was not a cricket; it was a doll. It was like a girl, and it had a moving eyes and a face and all that shit. And you put the tape in it, and it would talk and read stories to you, whatever. And what I had as a kid was even different than those things. It was called Casey. Casey was a robot that had the face was actually a screen. It was a dot matrix display screen, like a Game Boy. So using that display, it could make all kinds of faces and different weird effects and shit. And that was actually interesting because when you start to put your own tapes in there, it can make facial expressions that Teddy Ruxpin and Cricket cannot make. Like,
really?
Like confused or like kind of like shit-eating grins, like very cartoonish stuff. So when you put a tape in there, like the old rap song "Let's Get Butt Naked and Fuck," remember that one?
Okay.
My sister had that tape because she was older than me. I snuck the tape and I put it in Casey, and he would do dirty rap, and it was fun. Because as he's singing the song, he's like doing he's doing his fucking faces, man. It was so funny. I wish I still had that thing.
There was another thing like Teddy Ruxpin that was like a robot, and I can't remember what its name was. And I swear, I think I remember its like mouth lit up to kind of go along with the music or the story or whatever that you were listening for. Another random old thing I remember, we had one of our fast food chain here, and I think you all had it at the same time, just under a different name. Where I was living, it was called Hardee's, and on different parts of here, there's Carl's Jr. I have no idea why it's called two different things.
I don't either.
But anyway, it's like one of my also early memories was like, the second or third movie I got to ever see in theater was Gremlins. And Gremlins had a tie-in with Hardee's, and they would it was like a, how do I put it? At random, you would get like a one of 5 storybooks with its own record. And so what it was to encourage you to do, or encourage your mommy and daddy to do, is to keep taking your fucking ass to Hardee's to complete that 5 record set.
Yes.
And, and back then, no one even thought to just go to that kid at the window. It's like, hey, I've got 1, 2, 4, and 5. I need 3. Just give me 3. Like, no one would do it. Like, no one would dare try to break protocol and just do that back then. But it did work, of course. I badgered my parents to keep taking my fucking ass to Hardee's to complete that 5-disc set. And I wore their fucking records out.
Nice. Does Hardee's have a mascot? Because Carl's Jr. had a mascot. It's like a little star with a face on it.
Yeah.
That's the
I
same
don't
one?
remember it really having a mascot when I was a kid. I remember it not having a mascot fucking all. It was just the mascot was the letters Hardee's.
Yeah.
And sometime in the 90s, maybe the late 90s, that's when the star, I start remembering seeing the goddamn star pop up.
On my Christmas tree right now is my childhood Carl's Jr. Christmas star ornament.
I've seen people use that before. They put that goddamn Hardy star on the top of the tree.
Yeah, I used to put it on the top of the tree until we got some more like heirlooms, family heirlooms. I'm like, yeah, I want to be classy. But when I was single for a long time, I put it up on there because I was like, yeah, check it out, ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's one thing in my adulthood. I know I'm going to regret on my deathbed is that I never decorate for anything. I don't decorate for Halloween. I go out like crazy, for Halloween. Like this year, I went this year is probably my busiest year. Like, I took extra PTO days that week, and I went to multiple events, painted up, and yada yada, and it was a lot of fun. But I don't do anything here. I don't hang up any decorations or anything, and I've never done that as a single adult living on my own, like with Christmas or anything. But I know I'm going to regret it. If I don't settle down with some whore, I'm never going to get a fucking tree. And that's how I'm going to present it to her, too. It's like, you fucking bitch. Me and you need to hook up, you goddamn cunt. I want a fucking Christmas tree. If you don't give me fucking AIDS, you stupid twat, let's get a Christmas tree this year. And then that might not be the most romantic way to put it.
I've heard worse.
Yeah.
But so if I got you an ugly Christmas sweater for Christmas, you would not wear it?
Oh, I'd definitely wear it.
Okay.
No, I do the stuff that I can do. Like last year they had us come in for the Christmas party, and they're going to do that again this year. And they encouraged us to wear ugly Christmas sweaters. And you might be surprised, but I have a Harley Quinn ugly Christmas sweater.
Cool.
And that's what I wore to the office that day.
Nice.
So yeah, I've got that stuff like ready to go.
Yeah. I decorated the house, but one of the things about me that's kind of strange, I'm 6.5 feet tall, and I'm kind of wide around the middle. So finding clothes that fit is not easy at all. It's rare that I find good clothes that fit me and good quality clothes. So when I do find them, I buy a whole bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
So much like Charlie Brown, I have a whole closet of the same shirt. It's the same fucking shirt, except some are long sleeve and some are not, and pants, all the same socks, all the same underwear. Every day of my life, I dress in the exact same looking clothes, but they're always fresh. They're always clean. I think I trip out some of the parents when I pick up my kid at school, and they're just like, this fucking guy never changes his clothes, and look at my face, right? I look kind of shitty sometimes. And, I play it off. I like to play it off like I'm some kind of weird, scary ass scumbag so that nobody bothers me. Nobody talks to me. I don't want to be bothered by anybody. So I purposely choose to lean into my Christopher Lee gaunt ugliness and wear it with pride.
Yeah, I mean, you could always just do, like, if someone actually asks us, like, you're always in the same clothes, you just come up with like one of those loony answers, like you're a sovereign citizen, like, I don't want to lean into the capitalism of the patriarchy, or just give them
right. Yeah.
And like,
yeah, oh, that's good.
Like, it's hard to find shit that fits, so
No, I literally buy like 4-pack, 5-pack. When I buy my shirts and pants, I buy them in packs. And so it's cheaper, it's easier. I mean, like I wear a XLT, so it's XL tall. Those are more expensive than the average shirt, but when I buy in bulk, it kind of evens out pretty good. I never had to explain it to anybody before, but I do get people kind of like, looking at me funny, and I know they want to ask, but they just don't. I'm very jovial. I'm very nice. I'm not like I am online in real life. I play the part of dad really well. But the me that was there before and the me that shall be back again is not Beaver Cleaver's dad. I'm more of a roguish scoundrel, Han Solo type of guy. And I don't even want a Wookiee next to me because it's a liability and it stinks. So.
Oh yeah. I remember I had a little bit of an opposite problem a couple of years ago. It was like in 2021, still reeling from the effects of the deadliest disease to hit planet Earth ever, known as thick COVID.
Down your throat.
down your fucking throat. Fill the fucking thing that you're gagging on it, swallowing up a sod, puking into a dog bowl. Or
Fuck,
like as the world was suffocating on the pussy lips of COVID and just slurping it away, feeling the sweet warmth of the disease down in their plums. Like I was having the opposite problem. They were throwing overtime at me like crazy. They're like, we need you, doctor. We need you now more than ever. We need you through these troubling times where we remain 6 feet apart. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. I was getting all this overtime. And I started buying a bunch of shit. Like, I have shoes I've never worn in public that are still from 2021 in the box. Like, I saw outfits online that I was like, I want that fucking outfit. And I bought it, and it's just hanging up. I never wore it. And then I'm like, why did I do that? I should have saved that money. But yeah, and then, you know, like you end up wearing that same pair of shoes again. And I'm like, man, maybe today's the day I put on those Pumas I bought in 2021, the COVID shoes. And I was like, not today. I'll leave them in the box. I mean, shit, I've got shoes that have moved with me 3 times and I still haven't put them on. I have moved more than I've wore them. So
they're vintage.
Yeah, they're going to get vintage. They're going to get, like, one day I saw this funny meme picture and it hit home because I remember thinking it, but never putting it in the words. There's a day that, like, well, I mean, you might not relate as much after you've just shared your story about buying the same shirt 100 times and the same pair of pants 100 times. But if you're like me and you've bought a million band shirts and, you know, a million comic book shirts, and then for your jobs, which my jobs have been pretty good, you buy some pretty decent dress shirts. There comes a day where you look at any of those, like especially like a dress shirt, and one day you look at it and you go, I can never wear you outside of this house again. You are now officially downgraded to a house only shirt.
Yeah.
Yep. like okay, I guess, you know, like for a band shirt in 1999 you would have been one of the hip and cool kids wearing that Limp Bizkit shirt, but in fucking 2004 there's no way in hell you would have been caught dead wearing a Limp Bizkit shirt. That is you know, that was during their dead period. Like, they weren't retro, they were just uncool. So if you were going to wear that Limp Bizkit shirt, it was a house shirt. Maybe mowing the lawn shirt, but I wouldn't even do that.
How many Nickelback shirts right now are hiding in closets all across the world, neglected and alone?
I tell you one that, like, one that I downgraded to a house shirt once allegations came out was like, when
I guess you or the shirt,
not me, but when like Marilyn Manson had like a big round of, like, I don't know, kind of like abuse claims from his girlfriends. Yeah. Like, when that came out, I was like, you are no longer an outside shirt. Sorry, buddy. And then eventually, because they weren't cleared up forever and ever, and there's never really been any hoopla, I was like, you know, I'm just going to turn them inside out and then throw them away. So even the garbage man won't know that I own them.
Well, aren't you a kind, generous soul? You know why? 'Cause you're afraid the garbage man's going to find out what house it came from. He's going to start fucking with you.
Yeah, like, hey, I found your shirt. Hey, I found your shirt. Didn't know you were a fan of this abuser. This abuser. Are you ashamed that you like the music of someone that treated women in a not good way? Allegedly, it's the thoughts that would cross my mind.
Well, I like how nothing that Marilyn Manson did was enough to give up on him until he abused a woman one time. It's like, are you kidding me now? This guy has done everything that a human should not do, but that's the one thing that he did that a lot of humans somehow do, and that's the one thing we can't stand. So,
yeah, well, I stand by it because in June of 2020. Like when I noticed a lot of people were posting black squares on their Instagrams and whatnot to help out. I was curious one day. I was like, oh, it's like this guy's in the thick of some shit right now. There's allegations. He's in and out of court. I wonder if this guy is going to try to bend a knee while he's at his most uncool and try to bend the knee to jump on the George Floyd bandwagon. And goddamn, he did. He did. He had the black square on one of his little pictures. And that made you allergic. This is the first time I've had a guest, people, that was allergic to George Floyd.
I am. Stop it. Stop.
Allergic. Even hearing his name, he bursts into a sneezing fit that might bring back thick and long COVID and blanket the earth.
One of these days, Doc, I'm going to put together a Google Drive of all the shit that's on my phone that I can't share with anybody else I know.
Yeah.
And you and Dylan and Snake are going to have full access to all my George Floyd videos and all my other funny shit that I found.
Wow.
George Floyd the anime is my favorite. It's amazing.
I mean, Twitter was good about people posting things like a life that could have been, and they would post his head over like an astronaut. I saw someone write one time fan fiction about how George Floyd was killed because he had the cure for COVID and was on his way to a science laboratory to
nice
in it, and that's when all the shit went down.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love that. I never heard that, and I want that to be real. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's real.
It's I'm sure so. And now we can just have AI write that,
Oh, absolutely, yeah, for sure.
You just have to, even the most not woke AI, you still pretty much have to hijack it a little bit further. Like, hey, I want you to make fun of something that you're not going to want to make fun of. Or one of these days, if we ever have like a hackamania, something that all of us would be interested in going to, where we meet in person. Then we can go behind the shut door and like, look at what's on my phone.
I still want to do a watch along of the movie that I've been hyping for a while. Crispin Glover of Back to the Future fame and other movies. He made a movie that stars entirely people with Down syndrome and other mental problems.
I heard about that.
It's, I tell you, Doc, it's got. I've showed it to many people over the years. I've had this movie on my hard drive for about 15 years.
Yeah,
I showed it to many people as a curiosity, as sort of like a shock value kind of thing. It's not like Serbian film or like any Saw movies, or it's not like violent or anything. But when you see these people with Down syndrome that are very clearly being exploited. And there's one particular sequence that if you want me to spoil it for you, I'll tell you all about it. But even words don't really capture it. Do you want me to spoil it or not so much?
Spoil it, because
All right.
it's not. I don't know that it's something that the movie you're describing isn't something I can watch by myself. I would have to
No.
watch with other people at the
Don't
same
watch it
time.
by yourself. It will rape your soul. I promise you.
Yeah.
And even with other people, it's hard to get through. So my favorite sequence of the whole movie, the most shocking thing in the whole movie, a man in his 50s with cerebral palsy is inside of a giant clamshell.
Oh.
At which point, a bunch of naked women come out wearing animal masks and dance around him. At a certain point, the woman wearing a chimpanzee mask starts to masturbate the penis of the man with cerebral palsy. And Crispin Glover swears that everybody had caretakers sign off on it and were on site. Everything was consensual. I don't care, because when a woman in a fucking monkey mask is jacking off a retard in a clamshell, you can say it's art and you can say it's not exploitative, but that's exploitation. That's the worst fucking thing you could ever have in a movie that I've ever seen, because it's real. And like, the guy looks very uncomfortable and unhappy. At the end of the movie, Crispin Glover is fighting him inside the clamshell, and they both fall out of it. And the guy with cerebral palsy hits the ground hella hard. Like, he gets fucked
God.
up. And it's hard to watch. Like, you're watching retard abuse. And we can laugh at retards all we want, but when you see a real retard getting abused, it's hella sad.
Yeah.
It'll challenge you. It'll challenge your soul. So that's what is it is all about. It's about challenging your soul.
Oh God. Yeah. No. Yeah. There would be some laughing at stuff like that, but you're not targeting someone. Targeting someone's totally different. You know, I couldn't bear witness to someone being directly mean to one of them. There's just no way, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's one of the few things that I would step in. Like, I always tell people, it's like, if you ever fucking see a fight in real life, don't get involved. Who the fuck cares? You don't know these goddamn people. But like, if it was, you know, one of them or like a poor little elderly person,
yeah,
you know, there's something in you that would, you know, make
it hurts.
It
hurts to look at it and not be able to stop it, right? It's like, or abusing a puppy or something, right? Like, the people with Down syndrome are the most vulnerable among us, and in my experience, they are some of the most innocent and beautiful souls you could ever meet in your entire life. And so having Crispin Glover have this whole movie exploiting them, it's hard to watch. Like, and even during times where nothing's even disturbing is happening, they're just talking or whatever, you just know that, like, they're being manipulated for his purposes, for his artistic expression. And by the time you reach the end of the damn movie, you're like, was it worth it? No, it's not worth it. It's just, you just feel bad inside. You feel awful. Like, I can't describe how, because I've seen Serbian film and I've seen whatever the most shocking movies about martyrs. Like, I've seen all these like fucking torture porn, all this shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't have real actual Down syndrome people being exploited and messed with. And it's just, you know, so, and then Crispin Glover is in the movie as well. He plays this sort of demonic overlord, and he has a fur coat the whole time. and he has long curly hair, and he's sort of like a satanic god. And women with Down syndrome and bad makeup on are fawning over him, like, "Oh, I love you," and it's just like, what the hell am I watching, man? Like, and you could try to riff it, you could try to make jokes, but I dare anybody. I've given it to Dylan. Dylan has it. If you want it, I'll give it to you too. But God help you.
Yep. I don't want it. I only want to see it if I'm watching it with a group of people, because I'm not gonna. It's just one of those ones I ain't gonna sit through it. Like I did sit through. I didn't sit through the whole thing of Serbian film. I just, you know, I had the file, so I'm just like, nothing's happening. Skip ahead. Oh, something's happening.
Yeah.
And then I'd laugh, and then I'd skip ahead. Like, nothing's happening again. Here's some shit. Then, like, the final 20 minutes of the movie was just you know, I would best describe it as a hoot. Just a laugh fest. Just one funny, silly thing after another. Just whoops.
Oops. Yeah, it's like, dude, and you look. I saw that ending coming a mile away, and when the reveal happens, I'm supposed to feel shocked. I feel stupid. I feel stupid for watching this shit. Like,
oh yeah, I know exactly. I mean, we're on the same page. I know exactly what scene you're talking about and the twist that you're talking about. It's like I knew it. I know. I was like, okay, they're covered in blankets for a reason. Because we were not supposed to know who's under those blankets, so who are they going to be? It's pretty obvious.
Well, and like the dude doesn't I mean, like, look, if I saw like my wife's arm or hand, I would recognize her arm or hand. Like, I know her well enough. Like, the texture of her skin, the color of it, the shape of her hand, her fingers. I don't need to like see her face to know it's her. But in this fucking in Serbia, everyone has the same arm and the same leg and the same fucking everything. I guess, I don't know. Are Serbians all clones or something? I mean, am I missing something here?
Yeah, no. What I think you're forgetting was the guy was drugged up out of his mind, so he gets a pass on that because he wasn't in full control of his faculties at that time. So yeah. I have seen some movies. Oh, God, they're rough to sit through. Probably the roughest one that like I felt kind of like literally shaky after I saw it was a Spanish movie. I don't know. It was on Netflix randomly. I don't know why I clicked on it, and I didn't skip through it. I watched it, and I was very unsettled. It's a Spanish movie, and I think it's just called Kidnapped. That's it. It might have a Spanish name, but as far as the American name, it's called Kidnapped. And I mean, it's not even that. It's like describing what happens in the movie isn't really that shocking, describing it. But if you watch it, it's because it's fairly realistic. But it's not, because like if it was in fucking Texas, this movie would have never happened because we all have guns.
Yeah.
Hey, and like someone like me, I don't go. I tell people this all the time. I carry wherever I go. If I'm going to the dumpster at 3 p.m. in broad daylight, I'm carrying. I take no chances. But so like this movie would have never happened in Texas.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you never can say. But it was very unsettling. I was like, God damn. there was nothing. There wasn't. I don't know if you ever saw a movie that's like that didn't have a point in it at all where there was any levity at all. There's none. So, like, after I saw it, I was like, yeah, I will never watch this again, obviously. And and if the subject comes up, I'll recommend it. I'm like, all right, if you think you saw the most shocking thing you ever saw, this one might be it. But really, if I describe the shocking things that happen in the movie, they don't sound like nothing. They don't sound like nothing. It's kind of like a McDonald's cheeseburger. Think about it like this. There's nothing special about the bun. There's nothing special about the onions. There's nothing special about the cheese. Nothing special about the patty. Nothing special about the ketchup that they put on it. But when you put it all together, it's magic.
Yeah.
This is the opposite.
Nice.
So my recommendation of a movie not to watch unless you want your brain ruined is a Spanish movie called Kidnapped.
It's a really difficult watch, but it's actually fun. I'll never watch it again, but it was fun. Human Centipede Part 3.
Yeah, I mean that's a good example of like that was just a movie. It's just a movie. There's no, to me, it's like not shocking at all. It's just kind of funny. It's just
it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's over the top. You know, it's bad taste, bad humor. But you know, at the same time, like, is it? It's a once in a lifetime thing. I watched it once. Me and my wife watched it, and we laughed the whole fucking time. We're dying laughing because it's just like you can't believe what they're gonna do. But then once it's all done and said and over with, it's like, okay, that was fun. But like, I'm not gonna really go back and watch that.
Nah, yeah.
It's
I saw
not.
it one time. I laughed at all the goofiness of it because, again, I mean, that one was definitely written as, you guys are in on the joke by now.
Oh, it's comedy. You? It's all comedy.
It's like the director all but just comes right out and says, you guys you get it. This is just shock. This is not serious cinema. I'm not pretending that this is serious cinema. Yeah. I'm just trying to see what I can dream up and get away with. And the funny things about it was like they have a actual porn star in it. I forget her name, but that the blonde secretary woman.
Yeah,
like she was an actual porn star, and of course the German doctor from the first movie is now the whatever you call him,
the warden.
Warden, yeah, he's the warden. They got the guy from Human Centipede 2 playing a different role in the third one, where he's kind of like having this like really fake Texas accent or something.
Yeah,
it's like going to like Sweden and grabbing the first guy off the street and go, I want you to say this sentence, but do your best Texas accent. And that's what that guy sounds like. He's like, well, how did their partner? He's about as that over the top. And I what's funny about that actor from Human Centipede 2 and 3, I saw him in something else that was like a shock value movie recently, and it was just like a funny movie. It wasn't even meant to really be shocking, but I can't remember what the name of it was right now, or I'd recommend it, because I occasionally I'll go down these rabbit holes, right? Like I'll see like an actor that I get a kick out of, and I'm like, I wonder what other movies he's been in. Like Lou Temple. Do you know who that is?
No.
He's been in 1,000 things. He was in Devil's Rejects. He was in a couple episodes of Walking Dead. He's in a lot of like just shock movies. I saw him in a few things, and I went down a rabbit hole of just checking out his movies. But I went down this rabbit hole of like Dave Sheridan. He's the guy that plays Officer Doofy in a Scary Movie. So you remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that guy, I feel bad for him, but when he got started at about the same time as Jim Carrey, so everybody was calling him the poor man's Jim Carrey. Wow. So he never really had a chance to have much of a career after Officer Doofy. Like he's always been in like pretty low level, very low budget movies. But when you see him, you get a kick out of it because he's got what is best described as a rubber face.
Yeah,
he's like Jim Carrey in that sense. Where, when he makes a facial expression, it's like he's a completely different human being. And some of the funny ones I saw him in was, well, kind of like I was just talking about. One parody movie called The Walking Deceased. That was pretty funny. I thought it was just going to be like, this will just be something to have on in the background while I play my video game. And I actually liked it. I laughed out loud a few times. And he was in the fourth Hatchet movie called Victor Crowley. Did you ever see any of the Hatchet movies?
I did, yes.
Okay. Did you see Victor Crowley?
I seen the first two. Is there more than two?
Yeah. There's three, and then Victor Crowley, which would be the fourth one. And in the fourth one, he plays like the tour guide. And you're gonna if you watch it, first off, I need to know. Oh my God, my phone started talking to me.
I was like, what the hell what the hell was that? Freaking me out, man.
It asked me, it goes, clarification needed. What is it? I need to know what it is to provide a helpful answer. It's scared. I thought a demon came out of my goddamn couch.
I'm telling you.
But like, no, Hatchet 3 is so excellent. For whatever reason, Adam Green doesn't direct that one. He just wrote it and let someone else direct it. And that one seems to have like the highest budget out of all of them. And it's just, not a ton of humor, but like it is still pretty funny, but like the special effects are very top notch in the third one. The fourth one is just, it's very funny. It's a hilarious movie. It's definitely in no way, shape, or form torture porn. There's lots of gore in it, but it's like LOL gore.
Yeah.
So I would say carve some time out here in the near future and watch the third and fourth one, because they don't have a dip in quality at all. They're all 3 and 4. In fact, I'll go on the record as saying like the second one is the worst one of all of them. I would say, in order of how good they are, it would be 1, 3, and 4 all tied. And the second one is in last place. But that's just me going off on a random thing there, because like there was a time that there was a time that I was like so obsessed with like watching movies. I watched anything and everything, and it was all the time. Like that's why, like one of the first places I moved down here, I had like a really good townhouse I was renting right beside of a Cinemark, because I literally was like walking to that Cinemark like every 2 or 3 days, but I eventually broke myself of that habit. I don't know how we got on all of these subjects.
Yeah, I'm starting to fade out myself. I'm probably going to head out in a little bit, but I wanted to know if you wanted a sneak preview of some of the phone calls from the telethon.
Oh, yeah, play me one.
Okay, you got this one you might remember here.
Well, that would be the Metal Chic.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
All right,
Iron Chef.
Let's see if you know this one. You may or may not know this one. Any clues?
No idea. For some reason, the only thing that popped into my head at all, and I don't. There's no way it could be this. There was a. Oh fuck. Give me a second. There was one of the actors from Goodfellas was in a movie where when he would have sex with his wife, he refused to let her look at him. He would only fuck her from the side.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not. I know what that you're talking about. It's not that. I'll go ahead and give you the answer. Dennis Hopper in Blue Velvet.
Oh God, it's been 1,000 years since I've seen Blue Velvet. That scene has left left my long-term memory.
It was the only thing that I remember in the whole movie, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I want him to call on the show and start yelling at him about Brady wants to fuck and go all ape shit. All right, let's see if you can identify this next one here.
I wasn't dirty. Fuck this guy. Really, fuck you, Spurt Snake. You fucking cocksucker. And fuck your ilk, too. You guys are ill-bred. Fuck off.
Fuck your ilk. You're inbred.
It's one of the greatest salt harvests of all time. No doubt, man. But yeah, and then last one before I go.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello, Bert? Hey, Bert, it's Ernie. No, nothing's wrong. Listen, Bert, I was just thirsty, and I thought I would tell you, because I always tell you when I'm thirsty, Bert.
He's thirsty, bro. He's thirsty.
I mean, that can be
Anyways.
interpreted in a lot of ways, like
It can.
the language people use on Instagram of all the places where they talk about being
Yes.
thirsty because they're lusting after a bikini model.
Well, and Ernie is calling Bert on the phone late at night saying, Bert, I'm thirsty. And,
because he's aching for that cock. Yeah.
well, you said it, not me, but,
But does he mean thirsty is like he wants to, drink up all that fucking, Bert jizz, or does he just, does he want an unerect Bert to just piss in his mouth?
I'm pretty sure he likes water sports because he has the rubber ducky,
That's right. He has the rubber ducky and the rubber ducky song.
he's used to like suds and foam. He likes it. It's okay.
I mean, okay, and then that brings up something like Sesame Street was another one of them shows that got infected with the woke mind virus.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, okay, so I remember years back they had the fucking AIDS Muppets.
Yep.
The fucking Africa AIDS Muppet.
Yep.
And they're like, oh my God, I don't think you could have skipped that one. It's like, what? I was like, okay, I think a kid has to grow up a little bit more before you have that discussion with them.
Do you know about the autism puppet, the autism Sesame Street Muppet? Do you know about that?
I sort of do, but I never watched anything about it.
Please look up the video as soon as you get off of this. Please immediately look up the autism Muppet on Sesame Street. Because first of all, it looks Asian. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but they make it like yellow skinned and like kind of like a racist caricature. And you know how Muppets have the little they have rods. They have rod.
Yeah.
Rods. So like it doesn't like loud noises. So it's like it covers its little Muppet ears and starts crying. And oh my God, dude!
Because
Please
I
watch
remember, there was like. I called it the summer of autism. It was like 2018. It was like every goddamn movie had someone with autism or a kid with autism. And if it was a kid with autism, the autism kid was magically like, the smartest kid on the planet, but just, but weird. Like I remember there was one of the Predator movies, the one that came out, the one that had Olivia Munn in it, had the autism kid. And I was like, oh, fucking kid. And, but at least the fucking bullies from school that were teasing the kid had a great line. It's like, they said something to him. It was like, man, I'm hungry. I don't know. I want an ass burger. I was like, I can't believe they put that line in and had a kid say it. I was like, God, that's fucking funny. But I swear that year, it was like, God damn, this is the fucking summer of autism. Everybody's autistic. And it's like after the, after the March of 2020 COVID and then the summer of Floyd, how everything changed, like how white guilt got so out of control, like everybody had to pretend to have some kind of disability. Their white guilt, that was the only way they could, they wanted to fit in. So everybody all of a sudden became neurodivergent.
Exactly. Yep.
And
when we were kids, the autism was like kind of, it was hidden, or not hidden, but like if somebody was autistic, there was not like a word for it or anything. They're just like, they're just odd. They're a little off.
Yeah.
Just
a little off.
And the greatest autism kids movie of all time is Home Alone. You know?
Yeah.
That kid was autistic as fuck to figure out how to do all that shit. I mean,
yeah. I'd have to go back and watch it again because, I never gave it much thought back then. I was like, it's just a movie. Of course, that kid knows how to do all that shit. But if in real life that were to happen, like, oh my God, it'd have to be an autism kid to know how to do all that goddamn shit. But
it's crazy.
I don't remember if I told you this. I got to tell you this. After the Summer of Love, after all of that shit came out, like there's this one page on the internet called Libs of TikTok. They probably should have picked a better name because their page really isn't about liberals on TikTok. It's about liberals in general, just lunatic liberals. And they posted something like during the we're all in lockdowns, and after the George Floyd thing happened, if you worked for any corporate anything, like you ended up having to take a special training. And I had to take that special training about, facing your own, what's that word called? Not grievances. Fuck it. Basically, hey, you're white. Just realize that you're probably racist, even when you're trying not to act racist at all times. And like, I think it was Pepsi Cola. They did one. It was either Pepsi or it was Coke. And their training program was called Be Less White. And you can find this easily. Yeah. Because the retards that came up with this training that all these employees across the company had to take, they lived in this like fucking bubble. Like, they didn't even think that someone was going to be so offended by this Be Less White training. They didn't even think that someone was going to take pictures of all of it and post it on the internet for like the world to be horrified about, like, they're basically their reverse racism woke bullshit. But like, I just thought I saw just the most insane uptick with that. One of the cringiest conversations I had at work, if you remember, there was that brief moment in time where they wanted to stop Asian hate because the planet blamed Asians for bringing the bat virus to America. And the reason it was only around for a month, if you remember, I don't know if you looked into it, because I know I did, every video that was out there of a poor Asian person being attacked, were they being attacked by anybody that may have the skin color of me or you? No. Yeah. So once it was pretty obvious that it was, that race, they're like, yeah, let's just drop it. But
some of the best assaults that were caught on video were out here in the Northern California, namely in Oakland. Oakland and San Francisco have a very large Asian population going back many, many years. Mm-hmm. Bruce Lee and all that kind of stuff. Like the Bay Area is synonymous with Chinese and Japanese culture. So, of course, when you get Asian hate out here, I mean, dude, it was like a guy that looks like Debo beating the crap out of a little old lady, and it's like caught on camera. And and it's just it's the most vicious, terrible thing you ever seen in your life. And I have friends of all colors, and it created quite a stir among them, and there was a lot of like hurt feelings, and it got to the point where one guy said something bad about K-pop, saying that K-pop was kind of gay, and that was like, oh, see, you're shaming Asians again, and you know, it's not gay, it's just cultural. And I'm like, okay, now you doth protest too much. So K-pop is gay. You're acting kind of gay, so that's what you get.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it got dropped real quick. But I remember the place I was working at the time, they also jumped on the Stop Asian Hate train, like while it was hot for that 1 month. And one of my immediate coworkers is Chinese, and I was on a conference call with them, and this black woman literally asked him. She goes, Larry, have you been the victim of Asian hate this month? And I almost couldn't get to the mute button in time because I started busting out laughing. I was like, oh my God. So I was like, fuck, first off, it's Texas. No, I mean, it could happen anywhere. Yeah, it could have happened anywhere, but it wasn't going to happen here. And I was like, ooh. And I'm friends with that dude to this day, even though I'm long gone from that company. And man, I bring it up all the time. I never like. I was like, you call me after you're off work, and you call me on your cell phone to my cell phone. You do not call me on Microsoft Teams because we got to talk about something. And then every now and then he just knows it's coming where I'll go, Larry, have you been the victim of Asian hate? And you're like, oh, shut up. Oh my God. It's like they jumped on everything. But to this day, I mean, I know this is, you know, you're not having to worry about this stuff, but like when I go to the phone to try to, you know, meet the love of my life, right? So I can have the reason to hang up the Christmas tree because of them sweet thick ass pussy lips. Like, so I get on the app and I'm like, I'm swiping right, and I'll see these profiles that are like just that description. It's like they put all of that stuff. They put, you know, mental health awareness hashtag. I mean, not shitting you. Like, God damn it. It's not now. I'm not near. Every other profile has mental health awareness, neurodivergent, on a spectrum. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But some of the ones that I not only do I swipe left on, I block them. You know, if I see them first, if I see BLM, I'm like, well, that's a dog whistle. I mean, I know what you're really saying. If you're white and you have that on your profile, you're probably not looking for, you know, someone like me anyway, because, you know, my life don't matter to you. Your black eyes will. Fucking bitch. Stupid cunt.
Facial abuse.
Your fucking facial abuse, and you're puking in that doggy bowl. You goddamn bitch. What the fuck what did your parents do to you, you fucking skank? Like, and you know them bitches on them goddamn facial abuse sites. You know every fucking one of them had like guys they went to school with that were in love with them that these girls friend zoned. They were like, yeah, Fred's a good guy, but he's too nice. I could never date Fred. Now Tyrone is going to shove his cock down my throat where I'm just puking and the big old thickest fucking drool you ever seen just hanging out the side of her goddamn mouth. I mean, hanging like larva, fucking larva. Like, how did the spit, the disgusting saliva globs, how are those formed by an actual human body that these bitches would create out of their mouths as they're disappointing their families on that couch. Oh man. Yeah. If anything this holiday season that I'm thankful for, it's not having a whore daughter sucking dick on a couch and getting double penetrated. Because there's parents out there that have been like, surprise, here's a link. I was like, what's this link? Oh my God.
Yikes.
Yikes. I mean, could you imagine if you if you were a parent but you hated your kid, like you fucking hated them, like that happens. It's not a shocking thing to say. It's like you never mistreated them, but you fucking hated them, and you're like, man, I cannot wait for this kid to get out of the house so I never have to see the motherfucker again because it's not welcome back. Once you're 18, you are out of here. I mean, unpleasant maybe to hear, but not unheard of because there's 10 billion people in the world. Yeah. So imagine you're that parent. You're like, God damn, I'm glad that little fucking bitch is out of here. Jesus Christ. I'm not my fucking problem anymore. And then they get a link one day, and that's all their reaction is, like, yikes. It's like, I want to show my wife this. It's like, that bitch of a daughter that I personally hated. That's what she's up to. So think about that next time you have to have kids. And that's all, I've got a million things that go against me in the dating world anyway. But like, man, I'm telling you down here, within like 5 sentences, the women down here are talking about like starting a family is like really important to me. And I'm like, it ain't to me. It's actually the dead last to me. So, if I was ever going to have that conversation, that's a young man's game. And, we are becoming elder statesmen. So, I don't want to be on my way to the old folks home where I'm going to get the shit beat out of me every day by some underpaid orderly while they're feeding me dog food and, raising a kid at the same time. That's a story for another time, because I know you've got family obligations. It's getting late, and I don't want to keep holding you up.
All right. But thanks for having me on.
No. I did want to have you come on. I thought, what better way to celebrate Thanksgiving thunder than to have you come on a pre-Thanksgiving thankful fest.
I'm thankful that I don't have to put on a show on anybody else's channel. I can cut loose and be myself and not have to portray anything. I almost came on as my character, but I was like, man, that's just going to lead to a whole lot of trouble because he ain't the kind of guy that Dr. Harley wants to be talking to. You know what I mean?
Talking about the gay one? Yeah. I mean, the joke would play out good for a while, but eventually we'd both get tired.
Yeah. Like, so this is a better idea. Yeah. Because you gotta turn off the character at some point, and if all parties aren't dialed in at the same time, it's like maybe save that for another time. Like when people are into being a character mode, you know what I mean? Like I had one of the ones I had dreamed up that is similar to that is the homosexual that's still in the closet that is hypersexual but has no idea how cringy he sounds. Kind of like taking a cue of like, what's his name? What's the actor's name that played Michael Scott in The Office? What's his real name? Steve Carell? Yeah. Steve Carell. You remember how like in 40-Year-Old Virgin, he said, like to, grab a girl's boobs is like a bag of sand.
It's like one of the most famous lines from the movie. Period. It's like based like a gay guy around that premise right there. Like he's talking about girls and he's describing them in a way that doesn't make any sense, but he's hypersexual about it. It's like, just looking at that girl just reminds me of getting wood from Home Depot, if you know what I mean. You know, it's like it almost makes sense, but it don't.
You know, you just turned into Shuck right now. That was a Shuck impression. You didn't even know
it. Hey, thanks for stopping by the stream. You know, my wife here's got some big old tits. I like to blow it up in her all the time. We've got a bunch of fucking kids. Some of them are retards. But how's everybody doing today? Fuck you, Luigi Greenberg. What the hell are you coming in here like that for? My wife's tits. I'm gonna fuck them hard later. You know, my wife's tits got some vaginas in them. That's how she got 2 of the 6 kids. You know, we're polyamorous. I don't even know what that means. We fuck all the time. She's shitting out babies. I'm shitting on the babies. We got a fucking goddamn, you know, we're going to a tractor pull later. And you know what? Half of the tractor pull is pulling dead babies out of my wife's pussy. Because she just keeps fucking having it. She's like the alien xenomorph queen. But she just keeps giving birth to dead babies. I don't know what's wrong with her, you know, but I still love her and I love blowing it up inside the stupid fucking bitch, you know. But how's everybody doing this evening in the stream? Has everybody had a nice hot dog to eat earlier? You know, I don't want to be a little corny or anything like that.
We got to clip this. This is a clip worthy in a big way. Please clip it.
Someone out there clip this, like I clip the extra skin around my penis, so that none of that skin gets in the way when I'm blowing it up in my big titted, corn-headed whore wife. That stupid bitch. I tell her not to talk while we're off screen. She has a script that she follows while she's sitting here beside of me in fear of her fucking life, because this is the only time that she's happy. Because this is the only time that my cock isn't deep inside of her with my plums vibrating as I release a juice deep into her that's going to create a child, that's going to create life. But you know what life is? Life is a big joke. And it's a big joke on her because she's just going to give birth to another dead baby that's going to get dragged across a cornfield by my fucking tractor. You know, on the side of my tractor, it just has 2 words painted on it. Dead babies. It doesn't make any sense. The cars driving down the highway that look to the right and they see the dead baby tractor. They have no idea what that could possibly mean because they need to be here Sundays at 6 p.m. to find out as I drag them lifeless bodies through the corn. The corn that I wear on my face. How's everybody doing this evening? Luigi Greenberg, you piece of shit. I'm going to ban you from my fucking chat.
You know, if I had the time, I would clip out a Shuck talking like on stream and just have you doing the voiceover the whole fucking time, and then I would tag him in it and say, "Look, guy, look what we made for you, and we're fans. We love you."
No, I know what to do. Okay, because this is my wheelhouse. This is when I'm able to break. When I'm able to actually be a character for a minute, I'm like, oh my God, I can actually do something. Like, what you do is this. Is like you just get a clip of the guy. It doesn't even have to match up good and just mute him. That's it. Just mute him and just have my voice coming out.
Yeah. I'm very tempted to do it. I wonder if YouTube's terms of service, I'm pretty sure it'll violate something. I want to tag him so bad. I'm gonna send him the link to this fucking stream and give him a timestamp and be like, "Hey, you got a shout out, bro. We shouted you out. Check it out, bro."
We shouted you out. Yeah, YouTube. Like, that's what. like if my channel ever gets struck, I hope they give me a reason. Like, we struck your channel for the dead baby tractor pull.
For the tractor. It was the fucking tractor that did it. Oh fuck, man. Oh boy. Well, I think on that note, that's a good way to wrap it up right there.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. We're going out on a winning note.
I'm
here.
dying right now. I can't barely breathe. I can't breathe.
Much like our buddy in May, June of 2020, he couldn't breathe. But and we hope anyone that fast forwards to the good part of tonight's stream, you had a good time not being able to breathe too.
Leave a timestamp in the comment section, or I'll do it if I have to.
Yeah, you do it. It's just,
I got timestamp that shit. That's too good.
Leave a comment. Just like, you know what, guys? We were just talking and bullshitting, but something funny started at right about here.
We started workshopping, and we workshopped something good.
An idea. And right about here. I don't want to brag to myself either, but I'll put something in my mutual chat. Like, if you think I'm funny, you might think I'm funny starting at about right here. I'm not asking anyone to sit through a whole 2.5 hours because we're trained now. If something isn't live, fuck it. You know, I'm gonna watch it live or ain't gonna watch it at all. Yeah. So like I give up on the fact a lot of times that, like, you know, if this was 10 years ago, people were still like hungry for media all the time, and so it wouldn't be a big deal to watch a live stream when it's not live anymore. Now we're all so spoiled. You know, if you're used to watching a live stream and you don't catch it live, it's like, well, I guess I missed it. You know?
Yeah.
All right, man. It was good talking to you. We got to talk again sometime.
That was a good time, buddy. I appreciate it.
And just you know, set me up for something, and I'll see if I can't you know, talk some shit and hopefully not get mine or your channel struck for whatever you would consider this kind of hate speech. But as Nodak said as he popped in, make sure to hit that like button. and I'm gonna hit end stream, and I'll talk to you down the road, okay, bud?
All right, have a good one, okay?
All right, thanks, man.
There's some whores in this house. 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 Watch that, certified free. 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy, make that blood game wait. Wow. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mouth for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, baby, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a giggle while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. The pussy is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up like a surprise. Let's roll bait, I wear disguise. I want you to park that big black truck right in this little garage. Make it green, make me scream. Out in public, make a scene. Why I don't cook, I don't clean. But let me tell you, I got this ring. Come on, me, swallow me, quick down inside of me. Quick job, pop forward, let you get inside of me. Tell them what to put in, never tell them what to buy to be. I run down on the floor, have baby run to me. Talk your shit, bite your lip. Ask for a car, I ride that dick. You really ain't never gonna fucking for a thing. You already been find out for a game. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet ass pussy. Buy a phone just for pictures of this wet ass pussy. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet ass pussy. Now make it rain if you wanna see some wet ass pussy. Look, I need a hard hit, I need